What's up, guys? It's Dudes Talking Comics. It's Mo.
TK.
So real quick rundown. We're gonna do a little toy review. Not a toy review, collector's review. We're gonna go through our comic book reviews of the week, and we're gonna get into it. You guys ready? You ready?
Nah.
Nah?
Alright, so today I brought in the last piece to my puzzle, to my collection.
Ooh.
It's still in the bubble wrap.
Hold on.
Ooh. But yeah, so last video I told you guys that I was gonna bring in the last piece that my boy Fahad hooked me up with.
Shout out.
He got me Goliath.
Goliath. Gargoyles.
The last piece. Gargoyles. Comes in the plastic. Remember, I'm not a collector like this. So this caught me off guard. Like, I was like, oh wow, it has a plastic for the box.
That's pretty cool, man.
But yeah, I love it. It completes the set. Will I pick up more? Probably not. Nah, I don't know. I don't know, because there's some out there I've seen. There's some in Mo's collection that I've seen that I'm like, yo, you know what? I should pick that up. I should get that as well.
That's a cool pickup right there. He actually showed me the ones previous to that. We were actually in the comic shop yesterday or the day before.
Was it?
Yeah, and I think
Or
it was
day before.
just
Wednesday.
recently.
Comic Book Wednesday.
Comic Book Wednesday. We went to the comic shop, picked up some comic books. A few of them he's actually gonna review. And I saw Goliath and Brooklyn. And I remember when he told me about his collection that he's starting right now, I was like, oh man.
Huge collection.
Gargoyles. Gargoyles was such a dope cartoon back in the day. It was similar to a dark feeling of like Batman.
Yeah. It was like the statues in the day, and then at night. Actually, I got one of them, I think, as the statue one, which was pretty awesome. They come in the statue form.
That's
They're just
cool.
gray, but I thought it was pretty cool as well. I didn't pick it up. I still like this Goliath purple.
That's dope right there.
But yeah, I mean that's what I had, because I was gonna start off with the Batman animated series, and then right when I saw this, I was like, you know what? This should be my starting point, if anything.
With these pops, you want to start off a specific way, but sometimes when you go to these stores, you're looking for something and then you see something else and you're like, oh, I can start off with this. I can start, and all of a sudden it just starts to grow. But this is definitely a great pickup, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I like it. I can't wait to put it like around.
Should I show them? Should I show them my
Yo,
pickup?
show them your pickup.
Remember, I just said that you go to the comic shop or anywhere they sell pops, you have an idea, and then you.
So did you have an idea?
I didn't actually. Sometimes when I go to comic shops, you know, I'm there to just look, and if I do pick up something, it's just because it's there.
Okay.
So I went in there, saw this. Actually, my son was the one who saw it, and he picked it up. He's like, yo, Dad. Yeah, he's 15. His voice is deeper. He was like, we got Rick, we got Morty. You gotta have Pickle Rick.
So I personally don't know who Pickle Rick is. And I just saw episode number 1 because Mo, my sister, everybody's been telling me to get on it. So what can you say about Pickle Rick?
I'm not gonna say much because I don't want to ruin it.
He got a unibrow. Besides the unibrow.
Yeah, he's got it.
What's going on there?
It's just so funny because it's just the size of a pickle. I'm not gonna say much. For those of you who know Rick and Morty, you know who Pickle Rick is. He just started with episode 1. So I'll say it. You'll see. And you'll see why they made a pop up.
Episode
Pickle
1.
Rick!
Episode 1. What was going on? 20 people died. A kid in school died. What was going on? It blew me off completely. I thought it was like a comedy. I didn't know it was like. I don't know. I feel like it's more intense than Family Guy in the first episode, and like the way people just died and the kid. I don't know if you remember. It was just the bully.
I'm trying to remember episode 1. I did tell TK, I was like, yo, this cartoon is more than a cartoon.
What?
It's dark, but smart. And the more episodes you'll see why it's such a big deal.
And he's drunk all the Is he drunk all the time when he goes on the adventures?
It seems like he's always drunk. He's burping, he's drinking, he's always got like a little slobber here. You're confused. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he doing well? Is he fucking with the family?
I have to think about, is he bad?
You gotta watch. You gotta see what he's doing.
So I guess there's more in depth with it.
Again, I don't want to spoil. I'll leave it up to you. And maybe one of our videos will be our thoughts of Rick and Morty. But he's on episode 1. I picked up Rick and Morty pop collection of Pickle Rick. Let's see what else we have. I do have Rick and Morty. One, right? I have my personal pop collection here. And one of these days we'll show it to you guys. If you keep seeing
us looking up, it's because it's pretty massive up there.
Yeah, I think I'm up to like 40 something right now, and half more than half of these are gifts.
Ooh, the best part of it.
You know, so that's cool. Will I add more? I would love to. But he's starting off. I told him it's gonna get addictive.
Yo, it's already.
And it's fun. It's fun.
I'm gonna fall back a little bit. But
what else you got?
What else you got?
Okay.
Got something over there.
So that was Pickle Rick.
Something.
I got this cool statue of Batman.
Ooh.
See, I would bring it right there.
It's like the way they sculptured. They like used my body to sculpture.
It actually, this was based off TK's physique and TK's, awesomeness. This is the Ben Affleck Batman from
tactical, the tactical suit from Justice League.
Justice League. He got the goggles here, which we always thought was like, why is he wearing goggles? It's solid. The details on point.
Why did he wear goggles?
I don't know. It was
I just thought of that. Was it because
maybe the air for it won't get in his eyes? I don't know. You would think
when he was driving the car too fast and the rooftop was off, I think.
Maybe, but doesn't he have like the little thing that goes
Show no sense.
Yeah, like these Oakleys on.
Anyway,
throughout the whole thing.
This statue is pretty awesome. It's like numbered as well.
It's numbered number 1088 out of 3400. So
done by Icon Heroes.
Icon Heroes. Maybe you guys can see that. We'll post the link below.
That is not happening.
Long story short, the co-workers from my job got together.
Co-workers!
They got together. They have a little collection over here, and they got together for my birthday, and they got this. So shout out to I Love Kickboxing, Bayport Car Place, and Hicksville. TK mentioned how heavy it is. So
yeah, it's pretty heavy. Like we could do a full review right now on it. So the cape itself it's steady. It doesn't move. The detail on the suit, like there's things I didn't even notice. I'm guessing it's like literally like the whole suit.
Damn. Yeah, you're right.
Like I saw something in the back, like this part.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Ain't nobody knew that in the movie. Oh. So that's pretty cool. As the gold trimming, it's official. As Ben Affleck's, even his beard.
Yeah, the beard has like a little butt chin. Shout out to everybody with butt chins. Hey, I can sneeze and wipe my butt at the same time. That's what people be saying as a joke.
I never heard that. That's pretty funny though.
But yeah, here it is. Statue's pretty cool. Thank you to everybody got that.
GameStop?
Yes, TK.
GameStop?
Good thing you mentioned that. I think this is a GameStop exclusive. So Ben Affleck, Batman, Justice League. What do you think about Ben Affleck? You think he's gonna continue doing Batman?
God, that's a whole thing right there, man. I heard he went back into, whatever was going on.
So like rehab or
something. I don't know. It's his personal life. I don't know what's going on. All we do is care about who he's gonna play or who's supposed to play.
Feel better and make up your mind if you're gonna do Batman or not.
They're talking about the script so much. I don't know if you've seen it online. Like, this is the best Batman script. Everything's going on. Everybody's flipping. Like, all the director, producers, and
they said the one that he created is one of the best scripts ever made. But now they're gonna change that. So who knows?
Yeah. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they go with it. You got something red in the back. What's that in the back?
You want to grab it?
Something laying down over there.
So
you should just take it with the. Have him wear the.
We're not gonna put a lot of it. Elmo, Sesame Place.
He was just there.
He was just chilling there. So maybe we thought we could like put him here, but it's Elmo from Sesame Street. All right.
Elmizzo.
So one other thing I picked up was mini Infinity Gauntlet.
It's probably like the size of my fist.
Which is pretty heavy too. The details cool.
You can knock somebody out with this.
I wish I knew the name of the store. It's in Manhattan. It's literally a block away from the Nike store. It seems like there's like collector stuff in there.
Nike stores?
No, there's just one. There's a main.
Is there?
Oh, you know what? My bad. NBA store. The NBA store.
There you go. Also,
there's a store
like
there.
Around 42nd, around there.
Yeah, it's around that area. I think it's in the 50s or around the 40s. I went in there. They had a whole bunch of action figures, collector stuff. So I saw that. Wasn't that bad. $10-15, and you can't go wrong having an Infinity Gauntlet. Do you feel the power?
Need one. Yeah.
Do you feel the power?
I think the one that's out is like what, 150 around there?
They actually have a huge. The one that we saw in the comic shop.
They have a lot. They have the statue one. I don't know if that was it, but it's pretty cool. This is pretty cool.
And even the gems.
I need to get one. Yeah. Damn.
You gotta have one at least in your house for people to be like, "What's that?"
And then you can smack them as soon as they say that. If they don't know what that is.
Go like this. Go like this.
Don't make me, coño. Alright, let's just dive into the comics. That was the pops we got, the new stuff we got. The Batman was pretty cool. Shout out to your your co-workers and
you're looking out. Thank you guys.
That's pretty awesome. Shout out to Fahad once again for that one.
Word.
Here you want this is you.
Let's get into it.
Get into it.
So we got Batman number 54.
That cover be looking like
this is pretty cool. It seems like he's got stuff in his mind.
Oh, I didn't even see it like that.
That has to be what they're trying to do. So Batman 54. Long story short, you already saw a few of TK's comic reviews. You already know what happened with Batman, the whole thing with Catwoman. So we already finished the case of Mr. Freeze.
How did you feel about her leaving him hanging?
Didn't we have an idea?
That they weren't gonna get married, but I didn't see. I mean, that was pretty basic.
They sold it as it was gonna, something major was gonna. We actually thought it would, but we always knew that it might not. It was just so quick. I'm 50-50 on it, and then after that, we had the whole court case. Was it 3 or 4 issues of Mr. Freeze and Batman? I felt a certain way about that. He felt a certain way about that. But now that that court case is over, it seems like they're still going through the effects of what happened with Batman and Catwoman. This is like its own little issue, and I like it because it's Nightwing, Dick Grayson.
The first Robin, if you guys didn't know.
Possibly the
last Robin. Oh.
The best Batman?
Best Robin.
Best Batman. Best backup Batman, they say.
Best Robin.
He's the best Robin.
No.
And if there's a backup,
if
they needed, the best.
Yeah, of course. And that's why he did play Batman.
He did. So
Death of Batman.
In this issue, you want to like skim through it.
Skim through it so you can.
Long story short, what I liked about this is it shows certain parts. Though. Yeah, it has a little funky artwork. It starts off with I guess Dick Grayson having nightmares when he was younger. And I guess he's having a nightmare. Bruce Wayne comes in and he's like, hey, wake up, it's okay, I got your back. Don't worry about it. So that starts off like that.
He's Disco Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty
He's funny. Like, he's like blocking it.
Oh, God.
Is it Disco Man?
I don't know.
There's another villain that's going to pop up there.
Yo, what's up with those Ninja Turtles?
Man, don't get me started with that.
Yo, what's up with Ralph?
He's got a do-rag?
Raphael.
He's got a big do-rag.
He's just big. Why is he so big compared to everybody else?
He's on the turtle juice.
So
pretty much they're showing times that Bruce Wayne was there for Robin when he was younger. You guys know the history of Robin. His parents died, he took him in, and he was helping him. And they show certain times of Robin, Dick Grayson, just being upset. I don't want to be here. Oh, this food sucks. I hate it here. And they show just Batman being there for him.
Yeah, the aftermath.
This issue is now Nightwing, Robin, Dick Grayson being there for Batman. He's like, hey, I'm here for you. Don't worry about him. Batman's like in a bad mood. And they show back and forth of when Bruce Wayne was there for Dick Grayson. Now they're showing Dick Grayson there for Bruce Wayne. It's going back and forth, which is kind of cool. It's the Condiment Man.
Yeah.
Condiment Man.
The
mustard and ketchup.
That's pretty funny.
So the whole issue is pretty much that. It's showing the back and forth. Now it was Bruce Wayne who was there, and now it's Dick Grayson was there. They show him like randomly giving him like an awkward hug, and Bruce Wayne's like, no, I'm good, don't worry about it. They show that, we gotta talk about that.
Oh man.
They show Dick Grayson when he was young. He's like, hey, you gotta eat, man. Alfred's like, you gotta eat a sandwich. He's like, no, I'm good, I'm upset. Then they show present. It's Bruce Wayne on the couch, and he's like, man, this is a teenage, not even a teenage. This Nightwing's like in his early 20s or something.
Yeah, he's past teenage.
Hey Bruce, you gotta eat a sandwich. You gotta eat. Listen, I'm good. I'm gonna go downstairs to the Batcave. So it goes back and forth like that throughout the whole issue. And
so we got nothing on Catwoman's side.
Nothing yet.
Nothing's being explained.
Nothing yet. I hope they don't take too long getting to that because we need some answers.
Yeah, just you know what? Just end this quick. I liked it and stuff like that. The build up was pretty build up because it was just like, oh my God, they're about to get married. They're about to blah. But then it just had a awkward fall. But it was something we knew. Oh, this is pretty cool. It has a little. It has a trophy room.
I like this issue because it had like a cool feeling to it. Because it's now Dick Grayson be like, I got your back, Bruce Wayne. Let's try to like figure this out.
Damn!
And he's just pissed off and he's giving him attitude. And then towards the end, he's kind of like, listen, man, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm just stressed and pissed off. And Dick Grayson's like, yo, I don't care. You can push as far as I'm going to be there for you.
The best Robin. I don't care who says anything.
Damian Wayne.
No, just because it's his son?
No, because he's crazy. So that's Batman 54. What you got?
Next up.
Ooh!
Earth mightiest heroes. I almost said mightiest Avengers. What the thing? Earth mightiest heroes, the Avengers. Número 7. Now, I'm a big fan of Ghost Rider. I think we said this already. I loved it. I love what's the other Cosmic Ghost Rider going on? That's pretty interesting as well. We have it here.
Fun storyline.
Ghost Rider is just a man, and now we get an origin story.
Yeah.
Of the original.
Seems like the first Ghost Rider ever.
Yeah. So we don't get into too many names actually of who this is. What's his real name? It's 1 million BC.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy. Ghost Rider was around 1 million BC. So gives such of a time period. We get some kid, some boy. He finds out that he's smarter.
Yeah.
Than his tribe, I guess. Yeah. And by smarts, I think it's just like he can talk and stuff. I don't know. But it goes into like some creature, some guy that turns into some creature and kills his whole tribe, right?
Yeah.
Kills his whole tribe and then leaves him alone. To, I guess, at that point he was like, hey, listen, follow me, find me. So he goes out into the white. You heard how they said that?
Into the snow.
Into the white. So the white is the snow, and people are not able to survive in it for some reason. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We skip forward. The boy, he gets his Ghost Rider thing going on. He finally gets the Mephisto. He's like, say my name. It was a serpent. That's pretty cool.
It was a serpent. I think the serpent like made a deal with him. He was like, yo, if you want to live, say my name.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't like an original Ghost Rider like signed this contract kind of thing. You get it? It was like it was the Snake saw him, which we find out that it's Mephisto, and he's just telling him, he's like, no, but I'm not gonna let you freeze here. I'd rather save you and help you live. So he tells him to say his name, and I guess. I guess there's a mental connection that my name or something.
Right? Yeah, they didn't explain that. Like how
it was like how did he know his name?
Did you always know his name, or did he whisper it to you before he started talking to you? Mephisto. Listen. You know what I mean? Like they didn't explain that.
Like I guess in the background, he's like, say my name, and then in the background, he's like, Mephisto, in the mountains and stuff.
Because here's the thing: the guy in the beginning killed his whole tribe. He left them alone. He's like, oh, you're one of the stronger ones, but if you want revenge, if you want to come, you gotta find me.
Yeah, come find me.
And as he's going to find him, he finds the snake. They make a deal, and we still don't know how he knew who he was.
He saw it in the boy. He was like, "Hey, listen, this boy is smart off the back." I don't know what that has to do with anything else, but this boy somehow is like really, really smart, and so is that guy that was there. And he's like, "You're like me. You can communicate with me." There was a point in the cave. He was like, "Talk to me," and he's like, "Don't worry, they won't hurt you," and stuff like that. So, oh look, pretty cool little spider stuff going on. Yo, the game. You saw that trailer?
Came out.
It came out. So we get there. He finally catches up as a Ghost Rider. He's riding something.
He's on a woolly mammoth or something.
What is he on? He's on a mammoth.
And it's on fire too. So that's his ride.
Yeah,
a
big ass woolly mammoth. And they catch up. He finds the guy. Finally after years, obviously, because he's grown up.
He's a
like
teenager,
late teens.
You found him after all this time, and it's about to go down. And
we find out that the monster that he is the Wendigo. Now that's pretty cool because this is 1 million BC. That means the Wendigo was around that time. Yeah,
for all that time. It's like one of the original like bad guys to
beast monsters. And
because the only time we saw him was when he was fighting the Hulk, and when the Hulk and Wendigo are fighting, that's when we get introduced to Wolverine.
Yeah. You know what would be a bad fight? What's his name from Alpha Flight?
Oh, the big dude.
Sasquatch?
That's his name.
That's his name, right? Sasquatch versus Wendigo. That would be pretty cool. But so we get to see them. They're fighting. They're talking to each other. They're going in, and then Wendigo's telling him like my power. He's like, hey, listen, I the more I eat, the stronger I get.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know if Galactus is like that. No, Galactus is not like that. He just needs to eat to survive.
Just feeds off the planet's energy.
So his mammoth comes into the fight, stabs him,
wah!
And then they both fall down.
Yeah, Wendigo is like, it seems like he's really strong here because he stabs him with one of his horns, snaps it up, and now they're both flying out there.
Snap the tusks off. They fall down into like an abyss.
And before he fell, he was like, listen, you're gonna have to like go ahead and believe in your like evilness or something, because you're a bad person. You have the Ghost Rider power in you. So, and he's kind of fighting like, no.
It's funny because the Wendigo gave him his name, Ghost. He's like, all right, you're Ghost. Your name is Ghost. And then at the end, while he's falling to his death, well, not his death, he was like, I'll survive this, Ghost. That's pretty cool. This whole thing was pretty awesome. Then it jumps into like him meeting, you know, Odin and the Phoenix Force or whatever.
Who are the original Avengers from 1 billion years ago. And they're pretty much like, you're like us. Come join us. And the cool thing about this, it shows you that Ghost Rider is technically an evil... It's a bad person, an evil entity or something. But even back then in the Stone Age, whoever takes possession of that power has always tried to fight to be good.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's been like that since day one. This is a power from the fucking devil. Oops, sorry.
Hey, hey.
Yo. But it's always a body that's kind of like trying to do good with it.
Yeah, yeah. He's strong. He's super strong. And that's why he's standing near Odin and the Phoenix Force. And yeah, so is this Jean Grey?
Yeah, the original.
Is the Phoenix Force always gonna? Is the Phoenix always gonna have red hair?
It looks like it. There's like some type of attachment to someone with a red hair, because that's obviously not Jean Grey. Or maybe it's some descendant from from a billion. You never know.
All I know is Odin. He comes in. He's holding the Mjolnir.
Yeah. It's like join us,
and that's it. And then we get a little clips of number 8 showing a celestial being again.
Okay. Cool. This was a cool issue because it was an origin story, and I'm kind of hoping we get origin stories of Odin, the Phoenix Force, the original Black Panther. Who else is in that old school Avengers? There's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange. Ghost Rider was the only ones I really cared about. The Phoenix Force, we know that the Living Tribunal, if they go down that route, is the one that created that force.
Yeah.
So, if anything, Odin, again, we could see him as a kid with his father Bor.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be pretty cool.
Hopefully we get more origin stories, since this was an origin story.
It was also Ghost Rider. I love it. I can't dislike it. No, I just love Ghost Rider. So, here, I'll let you... This is probably... So here's the thing. The pick of the week?
Possibly. A little backstory on this. I can't speak for TK, maybe he feels the same way. I've never been a fan of the Inhumans. I've never really like followed them. I knew about them. They've been around for like major wars. So, Death of Inhumans. This is issue number 3. Each issue has been great. It is hardcore, violent. There's certain things that are going on that I never expect.
Crazy action. People are dying like it's nothing.
Like left and right. So we're in issue number 3. Now in issue number 3, Medusa and whoever's remaining of the Inhumans, they're pretty much trying to gather up a little force to go after, you know, Vox, who you come to find out it's the Kree who sent them after, you know, these guys. So they're trying to.
Badass character actually.
He looks, doesn't he look a little bit like a Venom?
Yeah.
But he's a cool character. He's the one who pretty much decimated the Inhumans, everything, and they even slit.
Last issue. At the end of last issue, I think it was. At the end, he slit his throat there.
Slit his throat. You guys know Black Bolt's power. With a whisper, this guy can destroy cities.
Hello. That's why in World War Hulk, I was like, yo, come on, yo.
When he said, remember what he said?
I'm not here to hear you. Yeah.
He says, I'm gonna have to use some force. Hulk's skin is peeling. He's like, I'm not here to hear you whisper.
Oh my god.
I'm here to hear you scream. Like,
yo, I don't know.
So pretty much right now they're gathering their force. Karnak is still alive. Medusa's cutting her hair off.
Oh yeah, he does look venomous.
Yeah, they're in a bad state. Meanwhile, they show Black Bolt still alive because they didn't kill him. They just kind of like eliminated his power, and they're sewing it up, the scar, without no sedative.
I wonder why they kept him alive. What is that? As a symbol?
I think what happens later on is why. I think they kept him alive to test on him.
Oh, okay.
To test on him, because you come to find out later they were testing Ronan.
Yeah.
Damn, my boy Ronan, and they're sewing him up. You got the Kree head guy of the Kree talking with Vox. They're pretty much talking to each other about what they're gonna do there.
So weird. Look at this. Look at this. It looks so weird to see Black Bolt's face.
Who's such a powerful. You know, you can see him there, little light there.
Yeah, the glares.
It's like he's in a bad place. He's like, oh man, it sucks. So he's a powerful hero, and
he's a king.
They sew him up, they lock him up, and this is a cool part throughout the whole thing. They're kind of like abusing him, and little by little he's kind of whispering a little bit because he can't talk. They cut his throat, not enough for him to die, And little by little, that's kind of like melting their brains, their skin.
He starts whispering the like people that died, his whole team that died. You know, just members.
He's like, Lockjaw.
Yeah.
This and that. He's saying enough, and the security guards are like, "What are you saying? What is?" And then their brains start like going freezing out. They start bleeding out.
Yeah,
so he's like killing them little by little, and then he gets loose. This is kind of cool because now he's going through this security, and he's like killing the security guards.
So he's kind of like a ninja, right?
Yeah.
So the way he's doing it is like he's right there.
Yeah, he grabs them. And he's like, and that's enough for them to like.
Yeah, to just die right there.
And then he grabs a gun. He starts shooting everyone. So pretty much he's free. He's causing chaos. Meanwhile,
the Queen,
Medusa, Karnak, and I don't remember the other girl's name. They're searching for someone to help them, a hitman.
Someone powerful.
He's like, this is one person who will take care of Vox and the Kree.
They eliminated the choice to bring in the Avengers. Medusa right away, once she found out what they're doing to Black Bolt and everything like that, she's like, no. You know what? This is not. We do not. Oh, she says this. She's like, we do not. This is not a thing for heroes or something like that. She's like, we don't want heroes. We want like ruthless killers.
When someone will get the job done. Avengers, they've you know, guys know the deal with the Avengers. They said there were millions of times, but they don't really kill.
She could have brought in like the X-Force.
X-Force. So here we go. We got Black Bolt. He breaks into a room and he sees Ronan, the accuser. Seems like they chopped his arm off. They're doing experiments on him.
He was accused.
And he's pretty much upset. He's like, yo, these guys came in. They destroyed our empire and everything. They're pretty much doing their own thing.
Yeah.
In a way. And he doesn't stand for it.
He's crying and everything.
Yeah. Because he's all about the Kree.
He apologizes to Black
He's like, I'm sorry
Bolt.
what they did to his whole Atlantean family and everything. He's like, do me a favor. Don't let them experiment on me. Kill me. He's like, do it. And he's kind of like hesitant. And
I wish I had a better picture of it.
Yeah, right? Because he's like
it just...
He whispers, you are forgiven. But that's enough for kind of pretty much kill him.
Yeah. You see?
So we get toward the end of the comic book.
Oh my God. I just remembered. Wow.
I'm going to set it up and then he's going to say who it was.
Just remember.
They're flying to a specific planet and they're like, this is the person we need. And the guy who's with Medusa is like, why would he want to help us? What does he have to gain? He's like, he has a very close connection with Lockjaw. Once he finds out that Lockjaw was killed, he will do what we need from him.
So supposedly him and Lockjaw on like sometimes they'll meet up or something like that and go on their own adventures.
I guess they had a tight connection. So they're talking and you see an arm come out and he's kind of like a beard. He's kind of like being left alone. He doesn't want to be bothered.
I still couldn't know.
No, me either. Me either.
I still couldn't tell.
And then when you see the sneak peek, it's like a guy that's kind of been out of shape and hasn't been doing anything.
Drinking as well.
He's drinking.
Oh yeah, he was drunk. He was like, I'm drunk. So
he's like, leave me alone. He's like, so leave while you have, your highness. They're like, wait. The Kree have killed your home, our home. They are killing all of our people who do not join them. They killed Maximus, Black Bolt's brother, Tridon, and Lockjaw, and taking Black. And he's like, hold
your tongue.
I'm gonna say this, and then he's gonna say who it was. What the hell did you say about Lockjaw? And it is
Beta Ray Bill. Bill.
Comes out, and from here.
Yo, that's exciting. That's so exciting. I can't wait to see him put in work.
So right now, I guess they recruited him.
You saw how he looked? Let me see how he looked again.
You look like he needs to do some sit-ups.
Hey. All right. I don't know what happened to the rest of his pants, but
I guess he just used that to. I don't know.
He looks so weird.
He looks like a pissed off Ninja Turtle.
He just needs to put on the costume.
Yeah,
once he has that Thor looking thing going on.
So
5 out of 5.
This is an easy 5 out of 5. We will decide if it's you know what, are we in agreement? This is the comic book of the week.
I don't know. We should get through. We should at least get through a couple of more and then we see.
So we'll decide from there. This is definitely pick up. We can't wait until the next issue. TK. What's the next?
Alright, so for the next one, we're going to jump into Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
So, you know who's got Cosmic Ghost Rider, right?
It's the Punisher.
It's Frank Castle. He's a little quirky, I guess, if you want to say it like that. A lot of people didn't agree with him, like, being the whole Ghost Rider and then the way he's portrayed. It's like a Deadpool kind of thing.
I thought it was great.
I'm cool with it. I'm loving this comic book. I love the Thanos wins.
Yes.
And that's where he was introduced, so that was pretty cool. So the whole comic book is still going over, you know, Cosmic Ghost Rider taking baby Thanos and he's trying to raise him for himself. He's trying to make him good. He doesn't have to kill them. But in the last issue, Cable came from the future, like always.
Again.
Trying to kill him. He's like, no, we gotta kill that baby. And he comes with his own team. So he has Howard the Duck, which was pretty funny. Howard the Duck as the Juggernaut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
so he starts naming it off. They start fighting. So it's Juggernaut.
He looks like Gizmo Duck from DuckTales.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like that, we got the Iron Groot, which is Rocket, piloting some mechanical suit with Groot. That's pretty weird. Captain Marvel, Jubilee. Jubilee's the only one that was actually just Jubilee. Says enough said.
Jubilee.
But yeah, so they're going through it. They want to kill him. Cable's back from the future. He's like, listen, we gotta eliminate Thanos no matter what. Because honestly, with you raising, which is pretty interesting and funny, he was like, with you raising him, it's gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
Way worse than what it was. And you guys already know who Thanos is and how bad it already was.
Would you agree that this is similar? They're saying they have to kill Thanos, period. It's kind of similar to the X-Force storyline of you have to kill the Apocalypse even though it's a baby. Because regardless of who raises him, how he's whatever, he's gonna always be evil.
So So yeah, it's exactly like that. But the only thing is Ghost Rider is alone. Frank Castle is by himself in the because everybody else knows like what will happen, what's gonna happen and stuff like that. And then Cable comes from the future, comes with his own team. They forget that Galactus was there as well. Galactus was there. He was telling Galactus like, hey, you remember me? I'm trying to raise this kid, So then it's pretty funny. He was like, oh, you forgot. Galactus is here. And Galactus annihilates the whole team.
Oh, damn.
So Cable's like, it starts off by saying slide by one. So at first we're like, what does that mean? Slide by one and that. So each time he says slide by one, he goes to the future. He teleports back to the future and he figures out a way to do things or a team to bring back. So it was crazy just because we see Ghost Rider, we see Cosmic Ghost Rider in some crazy action. So he comes back 20 years. It takes him 20 years and then he comes back to find out what to do with Galactus. Comes back and miniaturizes Galactus with Hank Pym's thing.
The Pym particles.
That was pretty like, oh my god, it took you 20 years to figure that out. But it is Galactus, I'll let that slide. So everything's going on. So Ghost Rider is still fighting everybody. So Cable continues with the slide by one, slide by two, slide. So each time he's going back and forth. He's getting a new team. So we see another team come in. We see the Thing. We see a Mexican.
He's got a little mustache.
He has a little mustache. It's just weird.
He got a little mustache there.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Gambit.
Ghost Rider, he throws Cosmic Ghost Rider because we're just going through stuff. But he throws the baby he throws Thanos at the Watcher to hold him while he fights everybody.
And the Watcher doesn't like getting involved with anything.
Yeah, again, Cosmic Ghost Rider is powerful. He's powerful. He has the Ghost Rider with the cosmic power and it's just crazy. His name says it all, actually. So Cable comes. He's still taking up teams. He's bringing people back. Cosmic Ghost Rider is just killing everybody. Sabretooth comes. Destroyed. Killed. The Hulk comes. Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, no.
It was like... It sucks because all your characters are just being wiped out. My character's doing work. It's kind of like Machine's just ripping.
It's kind of like those comic books of like this person kills the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. So
damn,
look at that, fighting everybody, Blade, everybody, and these are teams. This is each fight is like Cable going back. That's why he's getting older. He's getting older by the book.
And this guy Ghost Rider just annihilating everybody.
Annihilating everything. She-Hulk comes in. She crushes. She's about to hit she's about to punch this guy in the face, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then somehow everybody disappears. They're like, what? He's like, what? What's going on? I'm guessing he just knocked out for 15 minutes. He knocked out after the punch. She-Hulk punches him, knocks him out, wakes up, and then boom, baby Thanos took out everybody.
Oh, there you go.
And the whole thing is that he doesn't want him to do that. He wants, like, he was trying to cover his eyes. He was like, yo, don't watch me kill these guys because I don't want you to be like that.
He just ripped,
I know. He ripped Cable's arm like it's nothing. So he's still following that, and then at the end, he's like, hey dad, sorry I'm late.
Oh, what is that?
So it's so weird. This is the part that threw me off a lot. That's how, if you want to show them. That part threw me off so much.
So Thanos is pretty much like, you know, what would they like? They're like Punisher, and he's walking on blood.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't want to see a Punisher Thanos. It's so weird, but let's see what happens.
Do you think maybe this is a different timeline?
You know what I think? I think it was a Cable bringing in the last guy, and the last guy is
to go after.
It can go either way.
That would make, but it does look cool though.
Future. I mean,
is Thanos dressed up as the Punisher?
What if Thanos doing with weapons and a shotgun? And
he was raised by.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Does he need it?
And then the next cover is Ghost Rider holding on to Baby Girl. He's like, oh.
So again, this series has been awesome. I loved it. Cosmic Ghost Rider from the beginning, from when he was brought in and Thanos wins.
Yeah.
It was pretty badass to see who it was. Frank Castle. These guys, like, I think it was just him, Galactus, and Thanos at the end or something like that in the universe. And the Watcher. I don't know what he does.
He just watches.
But in the comic book, he says he's been sent with a task. So I want to know who gives him the task.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. We were like, if the Watcher is this powerful being who's just there to record and watch history happening, he only pops up when something major happens. I wonder if that's...
He's like Cable. I wonder if they do it at the same time.
I wonder if he came to watch because he knew what was about to happen would lead to this guy being born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the whole thing about it. That's why Cable comes from the future. Like, yo, you don't understand what you made.
You're my man.
You don't understand. This guy's crazy. But, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Cool
Definitely
story,
a pickup.
Very entertaining.
Guys, yeah. Especially, it's very action-packed with all that what was going on. But, from there, we jump into the new book. I don't know if it's a mini-series. I don't know how long it's going to run.
It's not an annual, right?
No.
No, because it wouldn't have a number 1.
Yeah.
I think this continues on after.
After Thanos wins. So it goes into the whole story. You know, it involves also what's going on in Infinity. What is it called?
Infinity, the whole Infinity Prime thing right now? Gamora.
Yeah. So, with that being said, you know, Thanos... If at the end of Thanos' war wins, he leaves, the younger Thanos leaves, and he's like, I'm not going to grow up to be that. I'm not going to be who that person was. He was so sad and everything. So let's just fast forward because there's a lot of unnecessary things. There's one thing that got me mad, and it's Thanos punching Mephisto.
How's that even possible?
Yeah, like, who you think you are? I mean...
He's the devil.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, Thanos, you're powerful, but not...
He's the one who gave Ghost Rider his power.
So it was so weird seeing that. I'm like... And then he, like, threatens him. You heard me, devil. Like, man...
They've always had a weird relationship all the way back from Infinity Gauntlet. Because it wasn't like a deal. Like, Thanos is strong. But he's unstoppable if he has the gauntlet.
I feel like his power fluctuates as how strong. Like all the characters. So I guess since the movie was out and everything, now he's like... But it's cool. We're coming out with some great stories. Yeah. Some great stories on
Especially
Thanos.
with him too, yeah.
Great stories. I'm loving it. So here's where it starts. This is where it begins. We get a picture of the sword that Gamora was holding in that Infinity book that's going on right now. You know, that sword has the power. I called it the Power Sword. Took me a long time to come up with that name, you know?
Sounds right.
It was just the sword with the Power Stone. So boom, she cuts him, she chops him right there, she takes his head off.
Chops his head off, clean off.
Cosmic Ghost Rider making his you know, appearance in this book as well, comes and he's like, yeah, you know, he sees Thanos there, and while he's there like making his dogs or something eat him, they explode, and he's like, hey, somebody appears in it. And we come to find out that it's Thanos' brother.
What's his name? It's with a K.
Eros.
It's with an E. Eros.
You're so close.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
Heroes?
So he comes in. It's so human. He comes in, and he's like, yeah, there's a spell or something. There's like something that doesn't allow you to destroy him just like that or something like that. So supposedly, I guess he has the dagger of life. I don't know. He just takes out a dagger and he's like, let me do it. And he asks the question, where's the head? Now, for you guys that are following the Infinity, the book as well, we know that that Gamora took the head. So she has the head, and she's also going through that crisis. That book is crazy because she's just evil.
And it seems like the head is talking to her.
Yeah.
We're not sure if the head is talking to her or it's in her head of that, but it seems like he's still alive.
I guess it's just because it's his legacy lives on.
Yeah, something like that.
Thanos' legacy. There you go. So Yeah, I mean, this book was pretty cool. At the end, it shows that he rips through his heart. Mm-hmm. His brother rips through his heart. Arrows. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, sounds right.
Rips through his heart, takes out something that looks like what, the Omega symbol, or like
that looks like the Omega symbol, but apparently it's Thanos' will.
Yeah.
And I might be wrong. So doesn't it sound like he's using that to start up a war or to end a war? Because I know he mentions it like earlier here. You know, he's like, I'm retrieving something before it sets off an endgame that will burn this universe to the ground.
Ignite a war? Question mark.
Ignite a war? Like, is that what you're talking about?
So here we go with another weapon that's crazy, that probably brings in Celestials. Mm-hmm. Then we get this. You know what this was?
There's like a second part to it. I won't get too much into it, but it seems like it's a little father and son adventure through the universe. Stepdaughter, kidnapped daughter. And it's Thanos and Gamora traveling the universe.
It's ironic because I think it was like her first chop head off.
Yeah, and if you guys know Thanos, he's always got kind of like raised her to be like this weapon, and he kind of forced her to chop somebody's head off. Well, yes, it's ironic. She ends up chopping his head off when she grows up. So
that's pretty interesting.
Lovely story.
It's good. I'm gonna keep continuing. I love the one before this. Thanos wins. So to see what's going on and the whole head chopped off and Cosmic Ghost Rider again being around, that's pretty cool. So you wanna go for the next one?
We got, what's this? Justice League numero 7, number 7.
Yo, that cover, Jim Lee's putting in work. I love these covers that have been coming on.
Oh, it's clear right there. You guys see that?
Have you noticed that they've been doing covers like this and the like titles in the bottom like that?
I like it. It's different. Cool. It's different. Yeah. Anything that's always a little different is awesome. You know, I'm gonna just pretty much skim through this. As you guys don't know, they're all in this major war. They're all trying to get into control of the totality. Can you explain to them what the totality is?
So the totality is probably the beginning or something like that. It's an energy. It's a big energy source that has so much information. It's hard to describe just because the way they describe it. Like Lex Luthor's part is like, power, knowledge, and everything. It's
like the first ever, I might be wrong too, the first ever source of energy that helped create the universe itself,
and I think, and then incarnates it like in a way because of the source wall,
and that also helped create other universes, the multiverses and stuff. If you guys have a better explanation to this, you guys can post your comments below. So they're at war. You got Superman, you got Batman, you got all of them. You know, they're all going into war, and we have the Flash.
So those forces that came out. So we have the Still Force. You know. It used to be just the Speed Force.
Speed Force, then
Still Force, Strength Force.
Yeah, some forces.
I'm still iffy about it as well. I don't know. What do you think about that? These forces. I think it went good with this book though.
I mean, it makes sense. I just need more info on it because I was telling TK a while ago. It's like the only thing that I don't like about comic books, which is what I'm gonna bring up about this comic book at the end. You know, you have the Flash and you have his Flash villains, which are all like evil versions of him, and now you have the main force, which is
Captain Cold.
You got Captain Cold. It's like
Mirror Master.
It's just I need to know what makes this any different from the other Speed Forces and what's the deal with it. You know what I mean? Don't just tell me there's a different force and if somebody gets their hands on it, it's gonna be doom on everyone. Okay, I get that, but this is new, so I gotta give it a chance.
It's brand new because the way they described it in this book is like, yo, you see things, you're able to see things in different perspectives. Now, Flash has the Speed Force. You know, he goes into the whole Speed Force, could travel different ways. Now he's trying to. I'm not even trying to. I don't even understand. He's trying to get to the Still Force, or
he's using the Still Force to get control of the totality. That's what it seems like. He seems like he's using that to get in control of that. He's getting close.
All working together. It's not just him too. Yeah. Because Superman did some crazy stuff in here.
Yeah, he almost died in this issue.
I don't even understand what he did. He did something with the planets.
The planets were being charged up as energy sources to help. It seems like Lex Luthor and the villains were using the planets to build up an energy source for them to go get that Still Force. So they were sacrificing their own planets. But Lex Luthor didn't care. He wanted that power.
He just wants power.
You know, same thing with the Purple Lanterns. Everybody was after this. So at the end of the day, the Justice League do end up getting control because it was the Purple Lantern. What they call it?
Ultraviolet.
The Purple Lanterns. Hot Girl ends up going inside this.
She plays a big role. Something's going on. You can already tell she's part of something big. Actually, they're all part of something because, you know, Green Lantern, John, he lost the ultraviolet core and came in with a new ring. And he's like, I don't even know whose ring this is or what it does. It's a green ring. You know, it's not a new color. But, yeah, it's like... And then they come out with a containment. But anyways.
Yeah, where'd that come from? And how did they know to make that? So Hawk Girl ends up getting it. She's like, it's calling me. She gets it. She brings it back to the Justice League. Now they have it. Now, my question to you is...
I think she's like an angel. Or something. Because she even talks about her wings changing. And stuff like that. Because they do change. And everything. So she plays a big role. Yeah, I think if it goes that deep to the beginning, maybe it could go that route.
So they get control of the totality, and now they have we have this powerful source here. Let's figure out the best thing to do with this and everything. And while they're figuring out, you know, there was some beef with Martian Manhunter and the Justice League and everything. They pretty much told him...
It's because he went away for a bit.
Yeah, it was like, yo, we still want you to be our leader of the Justice League. And then boom! Out of nowhere, that's like these big explosions. Starman pops out. He's like, my name is Starman. I come from the past. I have all the answers you seek. But to learn them, 3 of you must die. The fuck? So all these questions that we have ourselves about the totality, what is the meaning of it, he has them. But he says, in order to get these answers, 3 of you guys have to die. What does that mean?
This is probably the best book out of that story that's going on. If you agree, I feel like there's so many surprises because there's another surprise in this. I don't know if you remember, but we do get Starman comes from the past. He's like, you know, I got your answers, so that's pretty interesting. That's crazy, and that's on the Justice League side. So we still got the Legion of Doom and their story and what's going on with them. Surprisingly, the Joker saved them. I don't know if you saw that. The Joker randomly saves them, teleports them, and now has control of them. Justice League is holding the totality in a containment. Pretty weird. All this talk about all this power, all this, you know, crazy stuff going on, and then it drops that they can contain it. So that's pretty weird. I didn't agree with that. I was like, what the?
He's in the box.
And they shrink it too. Well, Hawk Girl, we still don't know what's going on with Hawk Girl.
She has some type of
once
control
that
over
explains, once that gets explained, I'm pretty sure, you know, it all start making sense.
No, yeah.
But
you got. So he just explained the Justice League side. Now we have the villain side. Their name is
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom. So Lex Luthor's tight. He was so close to having this power.
It took him so long. I seen like 5 panels, 5 pictures. He's just like that.
Almost had it. He's pissed off. He walks downstairs. He hears some laughter. You know, you think it's the Joker, and he's like, you know what? You were right. I need your help. And then it's the Bat.
The Bat who laughs. The Batman who laughs, or something like that. Did they re-say his name here?
It's the Bat who laughs, something like that. You guys know this villain.
You guys know who he is from DC Metal.
And he was a major role, major villain.
Everybody
character
loved him. He was cool.
Yeah, big deal. So now they've been holding him hostage this whole time. I think he's been telling them, I can help you get that power, but you have to do it this way. But you know, Lex Luthor, he wants to do things his own way.
I just thought of something.
Tell me.
Yo, the interaction between the Joker and the Batman.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Can't wait for that, right? They have to interact. They have to be.
You're right.
What?
You're right.
He's like,
yeah, look at him here. He's like, welcome home. Let's hope the other had better luck.
The last issue was better with the Joker. If you guys didn't see it, had more Joker in it. He was doing crazy stuff. He was taking control of Martian Man's body to get into Superman. That was pretty cool. I'm loving it. Yo, so far these books are this pick of these comic books that came out this week was great.
There was a lot of action in this one. I only have one slight issue. Ooh. Which, by the way, remember, I wasn't feeling this.
A slight issue with an issue. Ooh, get a tissue.
Bars.
Yo,
keep going.
Eminem versus. Oh no, wait.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Eminem.
Ooh. So, real quick, I actually wasn't really feeling the storyline, but this issue, I was like, whoa. Back in. The only issue I have is I was talking with TK. Is like it reminds me of another major storyline from Marvel with the Avengers, the Times Runs Out storyline with the multiverses all collapsing and everything. Some major power was causing this issue and they need to find out what it was, but they know there's a power source that can help. Similarities, but I like this and I will keep following this.
And it goes even deeper. Like, we haven't hit every main point in that book just because there's so many things going on. We got the thing of Martian Manhunter saying that speech like, hey, listen, what if we're not the good people? What if remember the totality was supposed to make their own, it was supposed to be a different way that the universe was supposed to come out. So what if we're not the good people and we're holding it back from its potential or what it was supposed to be and we're actually evil? So that's the speech Martian Manhunter gives to the Justice League at the end, which was pretty, mind-blowing.
And to add on to that, now you got Starman here who, remember, they have these questions, what he just said about Martian Manhunter. This guy has all the answers they need.
Yeah.
Are you guys the good guys or the bad guys? Well, guess what? I'll give you the answers. But three of you have to die?
What is that?
Why three? Why not one? Why not two? There's three. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see what you rate it.
Who would let's
who
do you pick for the three?
I have a feeling that since Hawkgirl is a major role,
I can see that too.
Hers one, Martian Manhunter is probably gonna be two. Cause he's like everybody's all hugging. Don't worry about it, bro. We good. He'll be
Ultimate
two.
sacrifice.
And the third one.
It can't be Flash. It can't be Batman.
Flash can't die again. Well, not this Flash. We've had enough.
Can it be Wonder Woman? You know what? Honestly, we're not opening up the
more in the roster.
Yeah, because during that speech, if you look closely, we had Justice League Dark.
Oh, they were in there.
They were there. We have Swamp Thing and everything.
Oh yeah. There he is.
Man-Bat.
Kill Man-Bat.
Yeah.
And
damn.
Detective Gorilla.
Nah, Swamp Thing I think is going.
Cause he also has
Zatanna
like this.
There. Yeah, Justice League Dark. I'm reading that too, and it's pretty cool because the whole thing in Justice League Dark is that the magic is going away. Somebody's destroying magic, and it comes out to show that it was Dr. Fate. But some crazy things else is going on with that.
But we're in agreement that those two, at least, the third one is up in the air.
Well, who was it? Hawkgirl,
Martian Manhunter. What about
Martian Manhunter?
John Stewart, Green Lantern.
And does this tie into the new story of Infinity Crisis or Infinite? Something?
I would think so, because this is a major deal.
Yeah, and in that, right here.
Oh,
Heroes in Crisis.
Ooh, look at that cover. I feel like I've seen this cover like 50 times. No? ¿Verdad?
Yeah.
Yes. It's always like them in a funeral position. Yeah. Well, let's see.
All looking sad, looking down.
This did bring me back to follow Justice League, so I liked it. I gave it a 4.
It brought you back up, right? Because I know you weren't into it.
I was like, yo, I'm confused.
It was a lot of things going on, and now that they threw in more things, but it's all... The only thing that hasn't made sense is the totality. What's it's like...
We thought it was a source to a different universe.
Yeah.
And we were even joking around, which we knew wasn't true. Joking around with Marvel.
I'm glad to hear that. It's not us like interpreting things wrong or not understanding. It's actually they haven't gotten to that point. They haven't answered the questions. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward for that. Jim Lee cover is awesome.
Always.
All right. Last but not least. Last but not least. A horror superhero hybrid that doubles as a morality play.
Vulture.
First time I seen that on the comic.
Ooh, is Vulture saying that?
Vulture,
the supervillain from Spider-Man, who's an old man in a fursuit, but not in the MCU.
Oh, damn, that was a low blow.
I mean, it's the only Vulture I could think of.
Oh my God, the white hair. Remember that?
He has bald white hair, and he was in a green suit.
That's so funny. You know what he remind me of? You know that Vulture that was in a helicopter in the old cartoons? That he was always in a helicopter or something, or always looking over, and like the
with a big beak.
Yeah, it was like he was an old Vulture. It was from like Tom and Jerry, like.
And he was kind of doofy, right?
I don't know.
But I feel like I know what you're trying to say. It's like fidgeting. Like
he's from from Disney.
From Looney Tunes.
Or Looney Tunes. There you go.
He was in a helicopter.
Yeah,
I feel like I know. Now this is gonna bother me. I'm gonna Google it.
But
funny looking Vulture.
So the next issue, the next comic book we're going over is the Immortal Hulk. Now this whole series has been like a horror scene. I said this in the past. It's been crazy. We find out what's going on. We find out people are still wanting to be the Hulk, no matter what.
Yo, let it go,
they're
people.
still trying to get to. They see him and they're like, oh my God, he has all this power. Let me be. Let me do this. So we found out his college roommate, which was Sasquatch from Alpha Flight, which was pretty cool. Yeah,
really
is kind of like the bad guy. It goes deeper throughout the issue. So we see that Captain Marvel, it goes back to like the Alpha Flight space station before and stuff like that, and how he didn't change to his original form. You know, he does the same thing as the Hulk.
So he just stays.
So he started staying and staying, and it started controlling him. And people were like, "What's going on? Like, why are you still Sasquatch? Why are you not changing?" And you know, in this issue, the Hulk is smart. He's communicating. Bruce Banner, they both, and yeah, Sasquatch is just a savage in this. He actually kills, or not kills, you know. We come to the conclusion the Hulk can't be killed.
Now
Hawkeye couldn't kill him.
No one can kill the Hulk.
No one can kill the Hulk. He tried so many times.
Been known for years.
He cannot die. So
he can't be killed and he can't be controlled. Because everybody feels like if they had the power, they could control it.
Yeah. So he's just immortal. I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because, you know, during the Avengers thing, can he go back all the way? No, right?
Which Avengers you talking about?
The Avengers issue that's going on to that time period.
Oh,
it would seem like he'll be immortal and be.
I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah, you're right. Wait a minute,
so,
you are right. That's something we need to figure out.
Yeah, so, you know, he has this big fight with Sasquatch. They're fighting each other. They're talking. They're like, oh, something's going on. Then we see something. And it's the Hulk. He's looking he's like, look at the reflection. Sasquatch is like, look at the reflection. And we see, because he's trying to find out. He's trying to find out who's controlling Sasquatch. Why is Sasquatch acting like this? Why is he totally different? Why he looks evil and stuff like that. And it's Bruce Banner's father? What? So we don't know yet. It's not confirmed. We don't know if it's like a whole illusion thing, you know, somebody else letting him see his greatest fear or something like that. So he's like, you are scared, you do fear for this. He smacks him like a little...
Yo,
he goes into the whole little boy thing.
If you guys didn't know this, Bruce Banner's dad used to beat on him, used to abuse him, man.
Yeah, it was horrible.
They had a deep storyline a while ago about that, and he's always held that inside.
Yeah,
doesn't help. He has got the whole power too.
Like, oh, Papi,
no way. I'm the Hulk. Sorry, Papi. Okay, my bad.
So it like scares him a little. It scares the Hulk, scares Bruce Banner. It doesn't scare the Hulk, it scares Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
It's Bruce Banner. You can see that it's Bruce Banner acting out. And then the Hulk comes out and he's like, no, never. I'm not scared. That's puny. You guys are all puny. I'm the Hulk and stuff like that. Puny human. But he's actually protecting Bruce Banner. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. They fight. They keep fighting. He's like, look in the mirror. Stabs his two eyes.
He said,
he's like, yo, this whole time Sasquatch is stabbing him with his claws. Like, it's like a Wolverine fight. And Infinity Wars is what we was talking about.
Number 4 is coming out probably this week or next week.
Yeah, he's just stabbed. Look again, right to the chest, just stabbing him, going everywhere, green blood everywhere, and then Hulk, which is pretty funny because in the movie, remember the movie that the Hulk it somehow takes power or gives power. So instead of giving, like in the movie, he gives his father take it all. Remember that old movie?
Or Eric Banner.
Yeah. And he's like, take it all. And then here he's like, give me it all. Take it all. So this one, he actually like, how do I say? He sucks out Sasquatch's.
He like absorbs.
Power. Yeah, absorbs it.
Because if I'm not mistaken,
Gamma.
It's Gamma.
Yeah.
And he's able to like take it in.
And the whole thing was he wanted to be like the Hulk or stronger. So he goes back to his final form, his final form. This ain't Dragon Ball Z. But he goes back to his normal form and stuff like that. And the Hulk just took in, absorbed everything. But when the Hulk looks in the mirror, once again, we get the scene with the reporter. He's like, well, I have a question because you damaged my town, my neighborhood, my house. And this reporter's just been on him and all this time. She was like, I have this question. And he's like, what? What do you want? I just fought Sasquatch. Like, what is it?
I don't want to know interviews.
Yeah, I don't want no interviews right now. Fine. Here's my question. My last question. My quick question. How do I do it? Yeah, she's like, how do I be where you're another person that wants his power? So it's just... It gets like what's going on and stuff like that. But I'm still loving the story with the father and the Sasquatch. That was pretty cool. He goes outside. He's as the Hulk. He passes by a Hummer. H2, if you didn't know. Nah, imagine. He passes by a Hummer, and then boom.
It's again the reflection of his dad. So you can see this haunts him, his father, and it's very deep in that within itself. And let's be real. Everybody wants this power. There's only been one person who sort of controlled it.
Let's be real. We're all scared of our powers. Yo, you're right.
No, here's the thing. They have a deep storyline. I mentioned before about him and his dad.
Yeah.
And anytime somebody wants to experiment with the Hulk and trying to replicate that, it never works out well. There's only been once that's worked out well, and that's with Red Hulk. With
what's his name? General Ross.
General Ross. It's worked out in a way that he can kind of like control it, but at the end of the day, it still can't be controlled.
And Green Hulk's still stronger.
Oh yeah, he is. There's no doubt about that. So I'm enjoying this.
It's pretty cool. It's interesting. It's hard. Yo, I love how dark and like low vibe it is and everything like that. Everybody's like, what's going on? They're still looking for him as well. He's like, oh, you know what? We should. There's a comic book that I want you to explain because I stopped. You went back on, but with this, the Immortal Hulk and stuff like that is great. Sasquatch was great, powerful being.
Yeah,
things I didn't know he was that strong. He's going at it. The whole backstory with them going to college, Walter and him. Going to college, meeting up in college from Alpha Flight. That's pretty cool. Like, yeah, I went to college with Sasquatch.
I never knew that Sasquatch was powered by gamma radiation.
Yeah, it was something like that. He tried to redo everything. His main goal was to be the Hulk or stronger. And that reporter, I hope it stops right there. Yo. I don't want to see her coming and
follow him around.
And not only that, but actually
try to like get his power and stuff. That's kind of silly.
Nobody wants.
What's he gonna do though? Like,
I don't know. So.
Here you go.
But yeah, Immortal Hulk. Yo, what is your least favorite that came out?
You know what's crazy?
That's pretty hard, right? For this week. That's pick of the week.
Pick of the week. Death of Inhumans. Hardcore.
Pick of the week.
Ghost Rider, entertaining, very entertaining.
Yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Immortal Hulk, dark, good storytelling, deep with the father abuse.
Yeah.
Justice League opens up the door to some craziness coming up ahead.
DC always opens up the door.
We got Thanos' legacy continuing on from Thanos Wins.
Gamora chopping that body, chopping that head.
And now his brother took over his will.
Yeah.
We got a dope origin story of the original Ghost Rider. We got Batman.
The touching.
I would have to say that
it has to be Batman just because of no action and just because it was just. Nah, I can't.
But we would just say, you know what it is, like for what it was a cool storyline, but it wasn't like, oh man, this was like a must read. But for us who really like Batman and know the backstory with him and Dick Grayson, this was a cool, heartwarming story.
Yeah,
it was cool how they went back and forth. So it's hard.
That's cool because he's the original. It's the first Robin. The only one that would have a connection like that with him is Dick Grayson. The only one that's the runner.
It was like if Bruce Wayne was a young child and he was trying to like, yo, come on, man, it's okay. Hey, do this, do that. Remember, you used to do that with me. I do this and that. So I can't pick this one as my least.
Nah, I don't want to pick anything.
I can't.
All I know is Death of Inhumans is probably.
Ooh,
it's pick of the week.
Are we missing any other comic books?
What I wanted to ask you was that, listen, we spoke about this earlier. We spoke about this, I think, on the Instagram Live. We spoke about this on other videos and in person. When it first came out, it was fun. It was interesting. It was built up. And I'm talking about the hunt for Wolverine.
Oh, all right. So long story short, Wolverine came back in that Infinity. What was it called? It was like Infinity. It was like the one before Infinity Prime. Shows him coming back. We're excited. How did he come back? So they told us that they're gonna tell us how he came back with these 4 separate storylines. They're all tie-ins, and they kind of will answer how he came back. But to me, it was like a cash grab. In order for you to figure out what's going on, each storyline had like 4 or 5 issues. The last issue just came out, and it was called Hunt for Wolverine, Endgame or Dead End.
Yeah,
it was Dead End actually, which is a cool storyline. We come to see that there's this new villain that knows all of the DNA from around the world and knows who will become a mutant. So pretty much, you know, the X gene, there's certain people that have it and it only comes out when you're a teenager or something drastic happens, it pops out. So she says, I know who can be a mutant, you know what I mean? So I'm telling you guys right now, the X-Men, Iron Man, Daredevil, stop looking for Wolverine, because if not, I'm going to continue killing. So while she's talking to them, there's 10 dead bodies around her of teenagers who had the X gene but have still not become mutants. And she's like, if you want me to continue doing this, you're gonna back off. Yes, I have who you're looking for. He's with me now. So back off.
That's crazy.
I wish the Hunt for Wolverine was just that in
right?
3 issues.
Yeah.
We didn't need all this extra stuff, even though it's all connected.
We had 4 issues, right? 4 issues? I think it was 4.
It was Hunt for Wolverine, Adamantium Agenda, which was the best one. Hunt for Wolverine.
That explains how she has the information, right?
Yeah,
about the
pretty much. So, and Adamantium Agenda, Mr. Sinister has the DNA of everybody from around the world. How? Who knows? It's comic books. You know what I mean? So
little mosquitoes.
Come to me, mosquitoes. So he has the DNA and he knows who's mutant, who's gonna be a mutant or whatever. So Iron Man, he goes into the database, he destroys it, but before he does, he makes a copy. He's like, wait a minute, somebody else made a copy of this.
He would make a copy. He
Iron
would
Man.
try to, yeah.
I'm gonna get a copy of this.
And then, you know, put it in somebody else's hands.
Yeah.
And freaking.
He's like Batman. He will find a way to use that, God forbid something was bad.
I feel like Batman's more secretive and has it locked.
Yeah, he
Iron
wouldn't
Man
say
shit
nothing.
just goes out.
Yeah, he wouldn't say
That guy
that. He's
just
like,
grabbed
Batman would be like, I destroyed it.
Yeah.
No one has it. He does. So Adamantium Ninja was
behind
cool.
my ear.
Yeah, right. There was Mandrapur something. There was
the Daredevil.
The Daredevil, which is more like a detective thing. He's the one who actually finds Wolverine.
The Sabretooth team.
And the Sabretooth team, who was in a neighborhood full of zombies. Which you come to find out,
that threw me off.
It's a company that is doing certain things, and this lady is the head of this company who's experimenting. And now she has Losa's DNA, and she has Wolverine, who's like her hitman, who's pretty much sending him off. But we don't know if he's like under control or if he's willingly doing this, but he is tied up. And she's like, I just saw your X-Men friends. I just told them what's the deal. You're still mine. And we go off from there.
So the thing is, this was an expensive run.
Yeah.
Because it's 4 issues, 4 different series that holds what? 4 issues.
4 issues?
On top of that, at the end, to bring the teams together to make another series.
Yeah. So that's 4, 12, oh man, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, almost 18 issues. To not even get a real answer as to like how he came back anyway.
All we got was backstories, like Adventure Times.
Yeah.
My adventures with Wolverine was interesting. I mean, it all built up. It was pretty interesting. You know what it is? This is something that they should be like, hey, listen. Mm-hmm. They should just make, for this, just make it a hardcover. Like, off the back. Just one shot.
One shot.
I don't need to buy all these comics. It's not like I'm going to be like, yo, remember an Agenda 2?
Yeah.
Like, nobody
we went to Mandrapur, and the girls find Wolverine with the eye patch, but it wasn't him. I was like, so who was that guy?
It was just so weird. I mean, where it went to is pretty interesting. Where it's at right now, it got interesting.
A lot of them were dead ends, and there was one that kind of gave us answers. But of course, we still want answers of Wolverine, and we'll.
Isn't that the series Dead Ends?
You know what's funny? Yeah, because 3 out of 4 were dead ends, except for Adamantium Agenda. I mean, Wolverine's back. Let's see where it goes, and hopefully.
Damn, I feel bad for my boy Wolverine.
Tell him why.
I feel bad for my boy Wolverine just because he's always losing his memory. He's always being controlled. He doesn't know who he is. They do experiments on his body like it's nothing. It's just like, damn.
And then when he finds out what they used him for is like, hold this for inside of me. It's like, again?
Oh,
this dude needs some psychology or wipe his mind fresh.
Least,
and start fresh.
He needs to be he's seeing a psychologist at least 4 times a week or something.
One day he's always killing people.
He's crazy. Yeah, I can see that. He has his reasoning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we have for today. That all these issues was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I can't pick one that I dislike.
Me either.
I find they all have their own thing going on. There's a lot of action. I got to see Ghost Rider rip up. We got to see all of that going on. It's pretty, you know. I'm not gonna take it as a serious book. I'm not gonna be like, hey, listen, don't say nothing because Cosmic Ghost Rider took out all these. I can't,
It's a fun book.
Yeah, it's a fun book
for what it is,
and it's pretty cool because I won't put it. There was a part where I see Beta Ray Bill, and I'm like, damn, he just took him out just like that. But other than that, Batman was interesting, right? Batman was cool. It has that whole dynamic between the dynamic. So unfortunately, the video ran out of space. The memory card, the SIM card ran out of space, so we couldn't complete that whole segment right there. But other than that, that was our take on the comic books that came out this week. Couple of pops we wanted to show you guys as well. Again, shout out to Mo's, co-workers and that family over there, and I Love Kickboxing. That was pretty cool what you guys did for him, what you got him. Shout out to Fahad, that was awesome as well. Thank you, Fahad, completing my set. It's right up there. I still gotta move things around, but we hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. So see you next time.